Confidence Intervals for Means R tutorial. In this R tutorial, we will learn how to create confidence intervals for the mean. Recall the example that Jeff showed in the lecture, where the perceived number of years younger was recorded on 60 plastic surgery patients. We will read in the data and store it under plastic, and let age change be the first and only column V1 in the plastic dataset. If we wanted to calculate a confidence interval for the true mean by hand, we could obtain x bar, the mean of our sample, and var, the variance. With the qt command, we can find the critical value from the t-distribution. Recall that this critical value is the value from the t-distribution which has 0.025 probability above it, or alpha divided by 2. We specified the upper tail probability of 0.025, the degrees of freedom 59, and since this probability is in the upper tail, we need to specify lower tail equals to false, and save it under t. Now the margin of error is simply t times the square root of the variance over n, and the confidence interval is x bar plus or minus the margin of error. But of course, R has a much simpler function, t.test. With t.test, we need only specify the data we have and the confidence level. We will set it to 95%, but try playing around with different confidence levels and see what you can discover. T.test produces a lot of output. For now, we will focus just on the 95% confidence interval created. Notice that we obtained the same confidence interval by hand above. If we want to suppress the rest of the output and display just the confidence interval created, we can specify at the end of the command $conf.int, and this will give us the confidence interval and associated confidence level. Similarly, you can use the command t.test for the skeletal remains dataset to obtain a confidence interval for the true mean age difference.